Hey everybody, we are getting ready to make some pumpkin gooey muffins. If you like pumpkin pie, you're gonna love this because it doesn't have a crust on it, but you get that same pumpkin-y filling taste, you know. And it's I call them gooey because they're not muffins in the sense that they're like a cake muffin. Okay, it's like eating pumpkin pie filling in a muffin, but it's just a little bit stiffer, denser. So try these. And if you're wanting something to make for your thing to put on your apple and pumpkin contest, you know, some of this stuff would be good. Or if you can find something yourself that you want to make, try to join the contest. Oh yes, before we get started, I posted a link to where you can buy the t-shirts. What you do is you go where it says, you know, it shows the t-shirt. Then under it, there's a gray bar and it says, it has some writing on it. You tap that gray part below the picture and it's going to bring up the t-shirts and let you see all the different ones you can choose from. It tells you the price. It sets it up for you to pay for it. It does everything. So if you're interested in getting a t-shirt, guys, even though that goal has been met, we're still going to be selling t-shirts for Shriners until 14 more days is up, okay? So you all make me proud. Okay, now we're going to make our pumpkin gooey muffins. First thing you're going to need is you're going to need a 15-ounce can of pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix. This is just pureed pumpkin, okay? And we're going to put it in here first. Make sure you get all that pumpkin goodness out of there. I'm making these for my Pastor Jeff that lives down the road. He loves pumpkin. Okay, now we're going to just put that in the garbage. Next, we're going to need 3/4 cups sugar. And I'm going to be using my little measuring cup here because it measures 1/4 cup. Each one of these, if you go to that line, it's 1/4 cup. You can buy these at Walmart. They're about $2 and something a piece. I'm not sure, about $2.69 or something. But they are good little things to put in your things like this to measure. Next, I need 2 eggs. Let me get my 2 eggs here. When you do this, make sure you don't get shells in there, guys. Okay, put that out there. Now put these over here in my bowl. Whoop. Wipe my hands off a little bit. This is my dirty dish towel, guys. This is what I wipe my hands on while I'm cooking. Now, let's see, a teaspoon of vanilla. So let's get our vanilla over here.
Watch how she measures this. She don't measure nothing.
And 1 teaspoon of maple flavoring. Now, that is totally optional. If you don't want it in yours, you don't have to put it in there. So let me get my maple flavoring up here, guys. I can find it here real quick. There it is. And I really don't know if I even put a teaspoon in it. I just like a few, probably about 1/2 teaspoon. It just gives it a better flavor. I like the maple flavor in it. So, and let's see. And 3/4 cup evaporated milk. Now, this is 1/4, so I'm going to measure out 3 of these. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, we're going to, whoops, I got pumpkin on my thing there. Get my whisk.
Today's muffin day, ain't it, Kathy?
Today is kind of muffin day, yeah.
We made her pawpaw muffins an hour ago.
Now, we're going to mix this up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to get our dry ingredients going. Let me get my little picture over here. I ordered this off of Facebook, you know, the marketplace. These are the old Tupperware pitchers, and my mom used one of these to make cornbread in. She had the bigger one. But these are the handiest little things, and I like them. And plus you
Hey,
can
hold
hang
it
on
real
to them.
still, and I'll focus in on it.
Yeah. You all have probably seen this. If you're as old as me or older, you've seen these.
Yep.
It's made by Tupperware.
Mix in store.
Mix and store, yeah. Also, we need to put, right now we need 3/4 cup. Let me get my other measuring cup here. Is that 3/4, a fourth? No, that's a third. The fourth. That's a fourth. I need 1/4 of a cup, or 3/4 of a cup of plain flour. That means it's not self-rising or anything like that. There's one. I can get that cup out of the way. The plastic thing's right in the way. 2, 3. Now I'm gonna set that down. Put my lid back on there so I don't knock it off or get something in it. And I need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just gonna put that in there like that. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I think this is 1/4, yeah. Or baking soda. I said baking powder, but it's baking soda. And 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. Now, if you like a little bit more, you can add a little bit more to yours. If you like a little less, add a little less. Okay, this is a tablespoon. This is a teaspoon. So, I usually just do like that.
A little extra for Jeff.
Yeah,
Pastor
he loves this stuff.
He'd eat pumpkin spice ice cream if you gave it to him.
I might add just a teensy bit more.
He won't complain.
No, I doubt it. Okay, now we're going to stir this up. I'm just going to do it with my knife here. Basically, all I'm doing is just mixing it up.
Smells good. Strong.
Now we're going to put this in here. Get this going like this. I'm just kind of sifting it in a little bit. If I can get it to going. Now.
Gonna need your trusty spatula.
Yep. Usually have to go around the edges, which is no big deal. Turn it back on.
Man, it smells good.
And you just beat it for just a few seconds there, just so you got everything mixed up good. I'm going to put this over in the sink. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I've got put 1/3 of a cup of batter in each muffin tin. You need to spray your muffin tins. And not a lot, you know. You don't need a lot in them. Just enough so they won't stick. I don't even put down a full spray on it. I just barely push it to where it'll come out if I don't lose mine. Okay, now, if you want to take your finger and rub it around or whatever, you can. That just ensures that everything's covered good. Because that's all you're doing. You're just doing this to keep it from sticking, guys. So you younger cooks, there is a reason that you do this. You don't want your muffins to stick to the pan because then it tears them all up. And you lose all your good stuff and it stays in the pan.
Kathy, here's a question from a non-cook, and I bet there's a few non-cooks watching. Why is it called non-stick, and then you have to turn around and spray it again? Because ain't that the point of non-stick?
Well, it can say non-stick till the cows come home. But if you don't have something in there to kind of help it along, I can guarantee you most of the time, so unless it's got fat in it, quite a bit of fat, it's going to stick. And especially baked items. So you just don't want to waste your stuff. This one is a third, I think. Yeah, this is a third. Okay, let's see. Now, we're going to pour this in here. I'm going to just have to excuse my mess. I don't know if that's going to take a whole... Let me try one and see how much it...
What are you trying to fill it up to again?
I want to go at least 2/3, 2/3 of the way up. About like that. Okay. That's a good 1/3 cup, yeah.
Did we remember to turn our oven on?
Yeah. The oven's on 350. We've had it preheating on 350 degrees. And you need to try these. And get you a can of whipped cream, like Ready whipped cream. And put that on here, and boy, that's really good. These were really good. I was amazed at how good they are.
You're going to take these to your grandkids tomorrow, right?
Well, some of them maybe. I'm going to make 2 batches. But I wanted to video one batch to show everybody how easy they are to make. Now I'm going to have to clean this out and try to scrape the pan to see if I can get enough for that last muffin. I might have to take a little bit out of one of the others.
Our pastor, he lives one road down, right? About a block and a half down the road. And then his in-laws live right across from us. So his in-laws, Ted and Mary Alice, they got pawpaw cupcakes today, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Mary Alice told me that she used to have a pawpaw tree in her yard. So she's used to eating pawpaws. But this is for Jeff.
Okay, now I'm going to put this batch in the oven. You just kind of want to shake them a little bit, level them out a little bit. Now, it says bake at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. You want to bake these just until they're not sticky right in the middle. Test right in the middle. And if they're not sticky, they're kind of jiggly. And then you take them out, let them cool for about 15 minutes on a rack. Then take them out, get you a spoon, and take one out and lay them on the rack and let them completely cool, okay? Then they're ready to eat. You can put them on a little saucer, put some whipped cream on them, or, you could even make a caramel sauce to go on them if you like that. Any of that stuff is good with this. Or a buttermilk sauce. They would all be good with that. Or you can just eat them like they are. So we will be back in just a little bit, and I'll show you what these look like. Hey everybody, we finally got the pumpkin gooey muffins done, and I was going to let you all see what they look like before somebody eats them up. So I'm going to turn you around. Here's what the pumpkin gooey muffins look like. They're kind of shiny looking on top, and it's just like pumpkin pie filling here. It's got a little flour in it, but not a lot. But you can see what they look like. And they're really good. Robert put him some in the refrigerator. And I've got 2 containers made here. I'm going to give one to my pastor. And then I'm going to give one to my daughter tomorrow. But anyway, you all try some pumpkin gooey muffins. Let me know what you think about them. Talk to you all later.